This is a quick tutorial on the Purdue Online Writing Lab, or the OWL. You get to the OWL by typing in owl.purdue.edu and you're on the welcome page. Once you get to the welcome page, and notice that there's quite a few little ads and so forth, they have to resort to some ads in order to fund this amazing resource. Now, the Purdue Online Writing Lab is a perfect support tool for your APA publication manual. And when you need a quick answer on how to format something or how to reference something or cite something, the Purdue OWL is just a great resource. So to get to the APA guide, over to the left on the welcome page is the APA guide. You go ahead and click that. And now we're on the guide. And there's an APA overview and workshop that I recommend if you're just kind of starting to learn about APA formatting. And then the formatting and style guide is where we really want to dig in. And you can access it over here to the left, or you can access it right here. I'll just click the left. And then it reveals, and again, I'm going to close this little annoying video. It reveals all these things that I may be trying to figure out in what to do for formatting. So for example, here's the headings and seriation. So here's the APA 7 way to format headings. Heading 1, centered, boldface, case title case rather. Heading 2, flush left, title case. 3 is italicized flush left. 4, notice that it's indented just like a paragraph is indented, and it's in bold and ends with a period. So that's very useful. It also tells you how to let's see, right down here, it talks about seriation, how to use numbers, how to use bullets, how to use seriation within the text, the body of your writing. And so this is just really super helpful. I want to just kind of show you an example of how to use the Purdue OWL for electronic resources. I'm going to click on that. And we're looking at reference lists for how do we reference electronic sources, things we find on the web. Okay. So in an overview, you want the author, and kind of similar to what you would do with an article, title of page, site name, URL. So here's the example. Now the URL is not in bold, and I don't know why it's in bold on here, but notice here, it's not in their template example, it is not bolded. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. It might be a bug in the system. But essentially, it gives you, if you don't have, so for example, there's the author. Now, if you don't have an author, but you've got the group or organization, then you're going to put the group name there. So if it's the National Institute of Health, or if it's a school district, you put the name of the school district there. And then the year, notice the month and the date are included in electronic sources. So year, and then the month and the date, and then the title and the site name. So the site name might be, if it's a school district, the site name might be something like Curriculum and Development for the Houston Unified School District. So the site name might be Curriculum and Development, okay? And then the title page might be Diversity in the Curriculum. So this is kind of how you cite if you don't have an author. So here's an example, prevention of cruelty to animals, and the title, and they don't have a site name in this example, and then the URL. Okay, so if you don't have an author and you don't have an organization, what the heck do I do? You put the title of the page, believe it or not, and then the year, month, date, site name again. So site name could be something also like Pinterest or Wikipedia, which you shouldn't use, but Blogger. And so that would be just kind of a general site name, but not really relevant to an organization, not related to an organization, okay? So here we go. This is an example of how they do this. The Tuscan white bean pasta, year, month, day, and Budget Bites. Now, Budget Bites is kind of a platform. It's a delivery system for menu items, but it's not an organization. Budget Bite is not a organization that is an association or some kind of a company. Okay, so then you put the site name and then when it was retrieved and so forth. Okay, so that's how you cite something where you don't have an organization, you don't have an author. Now, this is how you reference it rather. Now, how do you cite that in the body of your paper though? How do I cite this? So now I want to figure out how to cite it, and I'm going to go to the in-text citation authors. So I go over here and say if it's work by an author, you just put, you cite it with the author's last name and the year as usual. Okay. If it's a unknown author and you don't have the so if it's an organization's author, you would put the citation Mothers Against Drunk Driving and the year. Okay, so that's the first citation. Notice it's got the brackets for MAD, and then in the second citation you would just say MAD. Okay, but if you don't have the organization, now what do I do? I've got, you know, it's not from NIH, it's not from APA. You actually put the title of the website. Isn't that interesting? And you put it in quotations. Now, if it's a long title, so titles, let's see, a signal phrase or the first word or two in the parentheses, okay? So you don't put the whole title, you put just a few words or phrases in, and you put them in quotes, and then you put the year. So that's how you would cite in the body of your text an article, an electronic source that doesn't have an author, doesn't have an organization. You use the title, the signal phrase, or just a few words of the title. So thank you, Purdue OWL. That would have been hard to figure out on my own, just digging through the APA manual. And I was able to get there very quickly. Now it does have a search tool. It's hard to find. It's up at the very top. And you can use the search tool to find, you know, if I go to APA headings, there I am, and I just click on that, it takes me right to the headings page. Okay. And so I suggest that you make Purdue OWL your friend and enjoy the learning.